Okay, so y'all, today is Sunday, and you know I like to come on here and talk about what I've learned in Sunday service, or I'll talk about, what I've learned in Bible study during the week. And when I was younger, I used to always hear the word 66. I used to hear the number 666 was evil. Like if people had 666 in their telephone number, they would be like, nope, I don't want that number. If they had 666 on their address, I'm not living there. Or in their social security number, they'd be like, I do not want 666. So I always thought that that was just evil numbers. And then, you start studying, you start learning more. And I finally came into the knowledge of what it really meant. So six. Six is the number of man. Did you know that in the Bible, six is the number of man? And then it also says there's going to be three. Well, one of my favorite preachers was, one of my favorite pastors was preaching about this. And she said that there's going to be three influential men that will play a critical role in the coming of the Antichrist. And that's in the Bible. So I had three men in mind that's in the public eye. And the way I see it is, first, I guess you got to know what the Antichrist is. The Antichrist is going to be, it says it's a person or a thing that is regarded as supremely evil. To me, it's social media. I think social media is really playing a role in the Antichrist. I think that is bringing about so much division. I think that social media is bringing so much confusion. It's like it can destroy families. It can just cause you to keep your mind distracted on things that you shouldn't be distracted in. So I just feel strongly that social media is the Antichrist. I just feel that. And I want you guys to be aware that sometimes when you are participating in a thing and it makes you feel a certain way, you have to be able to pull away from it. So I think that even though we use social media today as a way to communicate, and it's not all bad because you have sermons on there, but you do have certain things that cause you to go into depression. There's certain things on social media that can cause you to fornicate. I just feel like porno stuff, whatever that is. Also, just viewing stuff that is like evil, like watching stuff like that you shouldn't be watching. All those things to me is just bringing about so much destruction in this world today. And I think that we need to be able to take time from that. My pastor was preaching about that today, and about how you need to just step back and just give yourself some time. Take a break. And he was in the book of Genesis today, and he was talking about how Jacob, he was wrestling with basically he's wrestling with God, and he was not trying to change, and he was telling God to let me go. Well, God was saying to Jacob, let me go. And Jacob wouldn't. He was like, I will stay, basically all night and wrestle with you until you bless me. And then God touched his hip, and his hip popped out of joint, and then he was like, he stopped wrestling with God, put it like that. And then sometimes you got to understand that people are so bitter they don't want to change, and that's when God changed his name to Israel. But the whole thing is, in that lesson was how sometimes you have to have a change in your life in order. It takes for somebody else to change you in order for, because I feel like if God hadn't if he wasn't broken, to me, I feel like he wouldn't have realized who he is supposed to be, how he's supposed to change. And like I say, he wrestled all night until daybreak. And sometimes people will go through sleeplessness. They'll go through all these things and not even realizing that they're wrestling because they're not trying to change. It's like God is trying to get you to give up something, and you won't. And until you're broken, you don't realize that those things were harming you. And that's what I mean about social media. I mean, like, sometimes people will be up all night on social media, and you don't realize that those very things are distracting you. If you just put it down, it's distracting you from so many things that can be a blessing to you if you would just look in another direction and let God is trying to get your attention. But that's why I feel social media is the Antichrist. I feel like it is distracting so many people, is leading people into so much destruction. And if you're not using it for good, then you're definitely you're using it for bad or for evil. And then people are following people. They're thinking that their life is so much better, and they're thinking that they're watching people and thinking that they'll never be able to have this, or they're staying focused on people whose lives are really not even true. Like they're living a lie. I hate to say that, but you have to focus on what's true. And we were little, we were outside playing all day. I didn't want to come to the house and watch TV unless the Cosby Show was on, or unless It's a Different World was on, things like that. But today it's like kids stay on social media so much, and it's causing so much destruction in this world. But anyway, I had a great Sunday. I hope everybody had a great Sunday. I just wanted to come on and tell y'all that I finally realized, 666, what it meant. And instead of all the myths out there, it's like every day I'm learning something new. So every day you need to pick up your Bible. I don't care what it is. If you learn something in Revelation, whatever it may be, whatever you learn, and if it applies to your life and it's giving you more knowledge, then that means every day you're growing and every day you're changing. So I hope everybody's having a blessed Sunday. I'm getting ready to start my dinner, and I just wanted to share that with somebody who may not know, and people may know, may look at this and say, well, wow, she didn't know what 666 means. Well, for me, it's a big deal because I felt like I was basing off of what everybody else said, and now I know that 6 is the number of man, and it's going to be 3 influential men that will play a role, a critical role in the coming of the Antichrist. So just be prayed up and be ready, because 2024 is, I'm telling you, is one of these times that, Lord, I'm seeing so many things, natural disasters, bridges are falling down, and boats crashing the bridges out of nowhere. They're having just hurricanes and all types of stuff. We've always had hurricanes, but it's been like consistent back to back. Woke up and see what happened in Jersey Saturday morning. I was like, what is going on? But anyway, we all got our own life to live. Thank you for coming back to my channel. I hope everybody has a blessed week. Bye.